I'm back. You know, I I hmm. I use Instagram, and interestingly, as a vehicle for channeling. And I know that may sound a little odd, um, but it's just it is what it is. I ask my guides and my angels um, to show me the posts I need to spark someone when I read something because I know it's really for them. So, um, so yeah, Instagram has been an interesting way to communicate. Um, I took this online, wasn't necessarily, yeah, it was an online class last year. I don't know, it was like 8, 10 weeks with a healer on Saturdays, and I got so much out of it. And, one of the things she had said was you got to come up with your own system of communicating. And if you want to understand, you got to tell them and assign things. Um, so, I assign different animals to different people and different angels. I assign colors. I assign feelings in my body, um, numbers. I'm big into numerology. Um, I assign everything now. So, doesn't mean I don't get my signals crossed sometimes, but, and I ask them to channel messages through Instagram for me. So I always know things that are on the top of my feed are really important. Um, and then when I look in my search function, whatever the top posts are, those are really important. Now you could say this is all, you know, AI or, them watching what I'm looking at and sharing. And it could be that, but for me, I'm grounded in my belief that they channel messages to me. So um, I look at a lot of posts. But there's certain ones that really resonate with me, and I know that those were meant to send me a message. And I got this, it was almost like, I don't know, I felt like it was yelling at me. It's like, you're not noticing the signs. We're trying to talk to you. It's like, I'm listening. I noticed them, but I was like, what is that all about? And it was about synchronicities. And I was like, there's something that's been happening that I haven't pieced together. Um, and to me, like, it's almost a little bit like a game of Clue, right? Like, I gotta look at all my clues and be like, okay, what, um, who killed, this person in the dining room with a knife? I'm like, I gotta piece these clues together. And, the thing that popped into my head, which was how I felt when I came home, um, was the things that I called it mischief happened in my house. And I was like, okay, there's a clue here. And it was outside my deck. I have these string lights. And I went outside and I noticed that um, they were down, but also many of them were broken and had glass shattered all over. And I have a dog, so like that's really dangerous for me. And I was like, maybe we had a bad storm, and my neighbor said no. It was really calm. And I was like, okay. Um, my grandmother that passed, there was a few things of hers that really meant a lot to me. And there was these 3 ceramic Christmas trees, and she kept them up all year long. And I had noticed that one of the lights were on the ground, and I thought that was odd. And then I looked at the tree, and one of the tips were broken. Um, and I was like, and I was annoyed. I was like, this is something that's really meaningful to me, and like, why? Um, and then randomly, one of my Himalayan salt lamps was on, and so I didn't piece it together, but it's like those 3 things. It's like it all had to do with my light, and 2 being broken, and 1 shining. And I was like, what's the message here they're trying to tell me? And I think it kind of goes into my last 2 videos about the highs and lows and being judged. And um, I think the further I get on this journey, um, the more my light's gonna try to dim. Um, Meaning, as I'm trying to break out of the norm and step into my light and my path, there's going to be things that try to pull me back, and dim my light or break my light, um, and could be from meaningful people. Um, I know in this journey, I may lose friends, and, people may be upset about what I say and share. Um, I'm I recognize that that's part of this. So, but the salt lamp being on, um, which is a clearing and cleansing of energy, it was kind of that reminder that, like, I need to stay focused and not be distracted or disrupted by people who may not understand or may judge or whatever. And I just got to keep focused on it. So, when I got the synchronicity card, I was like, what are they talking about? And then I was like, dang it, like it was so obvious once I stopped to think and listen and hear. And you'll hear me weave these stories throughout these posts about these synchronicities. And I'm going to especially talk about health. And I'm not a doctor, so I'll caveat that. But I do feel like a lot of the things that have happened to me have been significant messages and have had really big meaning behind them. And I'm hoping it sparks you to think about the things that happened to you that perhaps could be perceived as negative, and find the message in them. I do really believe that your angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors and your higher self are continuing to talk to you through all sorts of modes. And at first, it may be like, what is all this stuff happening? You may start to see on your clock, or in your car, or on your computer, or on an email, 11:11, 3:33, 2:22, license plates. You may start seeing that all over the place. And these are, it's kind of like the, they're trying to get your attention. So, I say all of this, and at first it felt overwhelming and a little scary, but now I look at it as like, I got so much help around me, and they're trying to communicate, and am I listening? So anyway, I'm not going to dim my light. I appreciate all the support I have around me. And yeah, if you change your mindset about it and not think of it as a burden, which, is a little frustrated, and look at it as like, wow, that's a pretty significant message. So I'm not going to dim my light. I'm going to shine it even brighter. And I imagine I'll, get some opposition against that, but I'm going to just keep powering through. So, so the message is, don't ignore the signs. Try to embrace them, and really sit with what's the message here. So shine your bright light brightly today. Shine your light brightly today.